Hey guys, this is Ujjwal. I'm so excited to be sharing this video because it's the first mixed media art journal video. A lot of you asked me for mixed media video tutorials, and I thought I'll start this mixed media art journal series in a very huge journal that I had lying around. This journal is actually made up of handmade sheets that I'd bought in chart paper size, and then I'd cut them and got them hard bounded in the hope of making a scrapbook. And this was when I was in college and I did not know of any fancy supplies available for scrapbooking. So I got this done, and thankfully I never got started on it. And so now I have this big book of empty papers that I can use for my art journal instead. And I hope to share at least one new journal page every month, if not more. Also, each page of this journal will be about things that I have gone through in this life, how I have evolved as a person, things that I believe in, my hardships, and my learnings from them, my blessings, and of course, a few of my life stories. All of these might not be happy ones, but I hope you enjoy watching these, and I hope you enjoy getting to know me a little bit more. So today I wanted to talk about body shaming because it has been a big part of my life. I can remember every little insult, every little bad thing, every humiliation that I've went through, and all because I am not fair skinned, and I'm dusky, I'm dark skinned, and it is really sad, but yes, it's the truth. And if you watched one of my recent videos, I had mentioned how I was uncomfortable in front of the camera, and you can actually feel the awkwardness in those videos because my mouth gets all twisted and my eyes are blinking weird, and you can totally see the uncomfortable zone that I am in those videos. So I just wanted to address that, and I wanted to let you know that there is a genuine reason why it is like it is, why I'm so afraid to face the camera, because I'm afraid to face the world. I'm afraid that if I put myself out there, people are going to judge me, they're going to make fun of me, because that is what I went through in my life as a kid. I was made fun of, I was called names because I wasn't fair skinned, I wasn't conventionally pretty. And this has affected me a lot. I am a sensitive person. I take these things very seriously. They hurt me right in the heart. So I just wanted to share a few of these hurtful things that I went through, that people called me, and I still remember them. Seriously, just like it happened yesterday, I still remember every little tiny detail. Yeah, it's a sad thing that we remember hurtful things more than we remember good compliments. It's sad, but it's true. If a person says one bad thing, you're going to remember it more than all the other 100 good things he said about you. So I remember there was this small boy in my school bus. He was a junior, much younger, and he asked me my name, and I said my name is Ujjwal, which actually in Sanskrit means bright. So, and he said, "Oh, well, that name doesn't suit you. You can't. How can you be bright because you're so dark?" And well, I didn't know what to say. I was just stunned. I felt bad, but I didn't say anything to him, and I still remember this instant. Probably he doesn't, but I do. And I don't even remember his face. I don't remember how he looked like. I don't remember what standard he was in, but I remember that he said this very hurtful thing to me. And there was this another incident. I remember in school, I think we were in 9th standard, and we were having this little play in the class, and I wanted to participate in it. I wanted to play the part of the queen. It was something about king, queen, princess, and things like that. And I wanted to be the queen in the play, and The teacher said that the queen role won't suit you, you would look better as a servant. And the whole class laughed, and it was the worst day of my life, and I felt so humiliated. Not only did I step out of the play, I actually never went on stage ever again. I never even thought of going on stage during the whole of school time. There was this another incident, well, not an incident, but yes, I remember as a little girl, relatives would come and tell my parents how difficult it would be to find a groom for me, how difficult it would be to get me married, how they might have to shell out more money for dowry just to make someone want to marry me. If they want to marry me, probably they'd want to marry for the money. And you cannot understand how hurtful that can be when you are told these things. Like, I'm sitting right there and they're telling my parents that, and it was I don't know, it was hurtful. And of course there was name calling. People would call me with names like Kalu and Kali, and I don't know, I don't remember, because it all meant the same. It meant that I'm black, that I'm dark. And I don't know how many times I've said this, but it was really hurtful. And not only was I dark-skinned, as I was growing up, I was also very lean and very lanky. I did not have a fuller body until I was in college. So people would call me hanger because of the way my clothes would look on my body. And again, it did not feel good. So I cannot say this more, but yeah, it was just painful, very humiliating, and very hurtful. And I think it is a sad state of affairs that we have to go through. We have to deal with humiliation for something which we are born with. I cannot do anything about my dark skin. I cannot do anything about hormones. I cannot do anything about my height. I cannot do anything about things that I'm born with. If you tell me that you are not you don't have good grades, maybe I'll work harder to get good grades. If you tell me that, oh, you don't walk straight, maybe I'll work harder on my walk. But how do I work on my skin? How do I work on my height? These are the things that I'm born with. So I think it is just sad. It is the worst form of racism, because you are you're humiliating somebody for something they're born with, and that they can't do really anything about it. And I would say, if you want to correct someone, if you want to say something to someone, tell them things that they can work on, that they can improve, not the things that they cannot do anything about. So so that was my whole childhood in a summary. And I think everyone deals with pain differently, and I think it is very important to have a mechanism to deal with your pain. So my reaction to the humiliation and the pain was anger. As a child, I was just angry. I was angry at the neighbors and the relatives. I was angry at my friends and my brothers. I was even angry at my parents, because clearly it was their fault that I wasn't fair-skinned. So as absurd as it may sound, I was just plain angry. And it didn't get any better until I went to college. It was my college period, those 6 years, that actually made me who I am. And I met great people who appreciated me and who motivated me and who thought that that I was good, and just that good was good enough for me to work harder. I worked hard at my studies. I cracked my first job interview. I worked at an MNC, and even when I quit the MNC, I was able to pursue the art that I had always loved. I was able to grow handmade with love. It is this platform that has enabled me to talk to you today, and that is why I wanted to take advantage of it. And I wanted to let you know to please be sensitive towards other people. Do not judge them by their looks. Be kind, be genuine. Don't forget to give someone a compliment. Every single person has something good in them. They all have a good positive thing in them. Don't forget to compliment them. Teach your kids to be kind. Teach them that it doesn't matter if somebody's short or tall, if somebody's dark or fair. It doesn't really matter. What matters in the long term is who you are, who you want to be, and most importantly, how you treat people, because things that you may not even mean, words that you say, somebody might, it might be hurtful for them. So just be really kind and be thoughtful when you're talking to people or when you are making jokes. It really matters. Also, please know that what I'm sharing today is really difficult for me because I'm a private person. I don't really put out my feelings and don't share my feelings so often. I keep them to myself, but I'm taking the step. I'm taking this opportunity to share my feelings because recently there was this incident which actually motivated me to do this. I have a house help who comes and cleans and helps me with the kitchen work, and one day she came and she said how my daughter isn't as fair as the other girl she works for, but how she's so much more intelligent and interactive. And to tell you the truth, I was shocked because my daughter is just 4 years old, and I would have never thought of comparing her to another child for her skin. And I was just shocked, and I thought this is gonna continue. I went through the same thing years ago, and probably my daughter will go through the same thing in the coming years. And I just wanted to address this, and I just wanted to say that there is no correlation between how you look and how your brain works. Your IQ is not related to your face, your skin color, or the way you look in any way. Please stop making such comparisons and teach your kids better. Kids learn from us. They do not know the difference between black and white. They never judge kids, in black and white terms. They are so naive, they are so soft and so kind, and please let them be like that. Do not fill their minds with things like the dark skin and fair skin stuff. So I just thought that if I share my story, if I share how I felt as a kid and how I feel about this issue, it would be, even if it inspires one of you who's watching this video, or if it touches one of your hearts, and if you decide to do something about it, or if you decide to give someone a compliment after watching this video, it would mean a lot to me. It would mean that the effort that I'm putting here was worth it. So please do give out, send compliments to people, stop saying bad things about people, just be kind. And that is the message that I wanted to share through this video today. And that is what this girl on the journal represents. The different colors on her face represent that you can be any color. You can be brown, you can be black, you can be white. It doesn't matter. You will still be beautiful. Her smudged lipstick is representative of the fact that you do not have to look beautiful all the time. You can be weird, you can be absurd, you can be who you are, and it won't matter. The different colors in the hair represent that you could be a blonde, you could be a brunette, you could have any kind of physical appearance that you want to have, and it won't matter. The butterfly is indicative of the fact that things are going to change. As you grow up in life, you are going to change. Things are going to change. Things are going to evolve. You're going to grow up, and you're going to find colors in life that you haven't seen before. And these things, the looks, which are such temporary things, they are going to fade away, and you will understand that life isn't about how a person looks, but about how a person treats another person, about how kind you are, and about about how you conduct yourself. Those are the things that matter, and not what you look like. So that is my story, and I hope I did not bore you with all my secrets and my little stories, and I hope that I inspire you. If you have kids, please make them watch the video, or at least listen to the stories if they're going through something like this. And if you have been bullied, or if you have been body shamed in your life, I would love to hear your stories. Do leave them in the comments. And thank you for watching today. I'll be back soon with another video next month. Thank you.